WSK Euro Series. Oliver Gray has set the track alight. He has been the fastest qualifier. He set the pace in the heats, and he starts on the front row of the grid for the final. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights of what has happened thus far in OK here at Sarno this weekend.
On board with the girl from Spain, Maya Veg, as she shoots through off the start. Oliver Gray from England, like lightning here at Sarno, driving for the Lennox Racing Charles Leclerc team. He was easily, undoubtedly, the driver to beat, the best of the Brits. He was the best overall, with the challenge being taken right up to him by Taylor Barnard, 208 for Team Rosberg. Joseph Turney, 211 for the Tony Kart Racing team, also flying the Union Jack High here in Italy. Robert De Haan, 221 in the Energy Kart, going wheel to wheel with the Englishman. And 201, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who was rarely out of the top two all day. The reigning junior world champion, Thomas ten Brinke for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, 205. Lorenzo Patrese had a great run and will be there in the final tomorrow. But it's Oliver Gray, the Englishman, to start on pole for the pre-final tomorrow here at Sarno, the WSK Euro Series Round 1.
That was what happened throughout the heats and qualifying in the past 2 days. A sensation this morning when Joseph Turney went side by side with Juha Valtonen for the lead of the pre-final. The English driver eliminated and will not start the final. So the sensation before the start, JT is out. To the left of your screen, 214. Well, the big sensation has been in the form of Ollie Gray. He will start out of pole position. There he is for the Lennox Racing Charles Leclerc team. To the right is Juha Valtonen, 237, who did take the pre-final win. He and Turney controversially coming together 200 metres from the checkered flag. As you look at the pole sitter, Ollie Gray from London in England has just been brilliant. I'll use the word untouchable thus far this weekend. Still a few minutes before the start. It is quite warm here in the south of Italy, particularly if you're from either England or Finland, which the front row of the grid are. There is Juha Valtonen. You can see he is driving for Giorgio Pantano, the legend that is Team Pantano. Giorgio, multiple European champion, multiple GP2, Formula 3000 champion, a season in Formula 1 with the Jordan team. And his driver to start from grid 2, this is Taylor Barnard. So there are two Englishmen inside the top three. Taylor, the former WSK Champions Cup champion, multiple times he's been on the top step of the podium. He starts alongside Rafa Kamara for Forza Racing, 229. His longtime mechanic Xavi. The Esprit powered by the TM. As Ollie suits up, the balaclava goes on. 214 out of pole position. The question is, can anyone stay with him? This is Clayton Ravenscroft. Three English drivers, first, third and fifth on the grid. They will lead the charge into turn one. Gray will be followed by Barnard and then Clayton when the lights go out for the start of this 17-lap final. The question is, can Juha Valtonen hold it around the outside? Matthias Salonen, another Finn. There he is in 242. Another Kart Republic. And then the all-Italian fourth row of the grid, the reigning WSK Euro Series champion. That was last year. That was in the junior category. Grid 7 for 201, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who missed the Supermasters Series 7 days ago. He starts on the fourth row of the grid alongside 230, Luigi Coluccio in the 230 Cosmic. The Cosmic Racing Department of Olivier Machachel. The two Italians. And then on the fifth row of the grid, it's the Dutchman Delano, also for Forza Racing 228. There he is, finishing in 5th in his pre-final this morning. Don't discount Dilano taking the victory this afternoon in the first round of the WSK Euro Series. He's alongside Enzo Trulli, who had a weekend to forget last weekend in Adria. But this weekend here in Sarno, he's been in electric form. There's his mechanic and father, Jarno Trulli, world champion back in 1991 and 94. And a decade after he won his Formula C World Championship for Tony Kart, he took out the Monaco Formula 1 Grand Prix, of course, for Benetton 16 years ago. Working the spanners for Enzo, who starts on the outside of the 5th row of the grid. Enzo really quick this weekend. As you look at the grid here at Sarno, a glorious sunny day here in the south of Italy. The green flag. Ollie jumps into his kart. Juho does likewise. A few drivers electing to start old school 100cc style. As we look at the grid, Gray from London on pole alongside Valtonen. Taylor's out of 3 alongside the boy from Brazil, Rafa Camara. Ravenscroft and Salonen, Antonelli and Coluccio. Vantov, Trulli. The 6th row of the grid is another Menino do Brasil, Matias Morgato, and the Lithuanian Kaja Sixnellis. Thomas Temprinke, Luca Lystra also for Forza Racing, and the reigning world champion, the reigning Euro Series champion, Lorenzo Travisanuto. Pingasov. Then it's Wharton from Melbourne, Australia, alongside Pirtilati, Genis Cibico, and Pepe Marti. Robert De Haan back in 22nd after running so strongly all weekend. He's alongside Jamie Day, Hugo Sass, Pilka, Resico, Michael Paparo in the Praga, Ben Hoppen, Sebastian Gravelant for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, Alex Yanko, Kobe Pals, Marlon Hernandez, Lorenzo Patrese, Rasmus Utsimis, another Finnish driver, and going through to start after a great one on debut in WSK from Portugal, Pedro Perino in the 235 Kart Republic. The English drivers 1st, 3rd and 5th. The inside line on the charge down to turn 1. It will be Gray from Barnard and Ravenscroft. On the inside, you see Valtonen, Kamada, Salonen, or even Coluccio or Antonelli can split them. That's the first 4 rows of the grid. A pause of 135 days from Lonato in February to the recommencement of the WSK season last weekend in Adria. Today, at the foot of the still active volcano that is Mount Vesuvius, we race the first round of the WSK Euro Series. The driver from the Queen's England, Oliver Gray on pole position, leads the charge into turn 1. Juho Valtonen holds it out wide, but we've lost the 242 on the exit. That's Matias Salonen who's out. Valtonen takes the lead. Kamada goes off the road. It's a traffic jam further back in the pack. Oh, what a disaster. Salonen is out. His teammate leads the way. Gray back in 2nd place from Barnard. And what a start from Luigi Coluccio. The Cosmic into 4th, tries to go down the inside of Taylor Barnard, slots back inside the Englishman. This time, he makes the move. Coluccio through into 3rd place. Going slowly, further back in the pack, I'll tell you in just a moment. Wharton, also Paparo in trouble. And Matias Salonen out on the opening lap. Kamada comes across the line in 6th ahead of Travisanuto. So the Forza Racing team drivers are Vantov and Rafa in 5 and 6. It is Valtonen from Gray. Coluccio, Antonelli, super start by both Italians. There is the order at the bottom of your screen. So Valtonen was mixed in with the 3 English drivers, but he's come out on top.
He's been caught already by Oliver Gray, who didn't get the best start, but he sits in second place. Matthias Salonen is out. James Wharton is out. Michael Paparo is out. And also Matthias Salonen, who did restart, but he's way down the field in 32nd place. Effectively, his race is now over. His teammate leads from Finland for Team Pantanal. A wide line, tighter from Oliver Gray, lines him up. Coming into turn one, there's Antonelli and Coluccio. The Italians in 3 and 4. The WSK Euro Series here at Sarno. Late under brakes. Look at the wide line from Gray. Puts the Charles Leclerc chassis exactly where he wants it. Valtonen ragged over the ripple strip, but he still leads here this afternoon. The TM powered CL kart in second place. It's the IAME powered Kart Republic of Juha Valtonen, who leads though. Puts in a purple first sector. This is the third lap of the 17-lap final here this afternoon. We're watching the battle in the background between the two Italians, Coluccio and Antonelli. And a great start by Rafa Camara and Vantov for Forza Racing. They're in 5 and 6. Travisanuto, the reigning Euro Series WSK champion. Look at the tighter line from Gray. He's got him. He's just waiting for the moment. Gets the toe up the back straight at well over 130 k's an hour. Valtonen blocks. Puts the Kart Republic in the middle of the bitumen. Coluccio as well, he has to defend from his countrymen in another Kart Republic in the form of Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Down the inside goes Gray. The boy from the Queen's England from London takes the lead back from Valtonen in the Kart Republic. Can the Finn respond? Coluccio with that move between the leaders catches up ever so slightly. The Cosmic Kart may well drag itself into this battle for the lead, but Gray has been so quick all weekend. Can he take the win? Can he just pull away and drive into the distance? This time it's Valtonen with the tighter line. He'll get the benefit of the slipstream up the back straight. Antonelli's gone through into third place by Coluccio. And there's Camara, Vantov, Morgato, Travisanuto, Barnard's back to 9. And truly, he started in 10th place, and that's exactly where he runs. Enzo Trulli, who won the Margutti Trophy at Lonato back in 2018. A lot of work to do this afternoon if he's to get up onto the podium. He's the third Italian inside the top 10. Antonelli third, Coluccio fourth, and Enzo in 10th behind Barnard, ahead of Thomas Dembrinke. And Jamie Day, also for the Charles Leclerc Lennox Racing Team, who's had a brilliant start from the 11th row of the grid. JD from the Emirates up into 12th place. They end the 5th lap. Valtonen tries to close in on the brakes. The kart working light over the bumps here at Sarno. There's Antonelli, there's Coluccio on your screen, one step off the podium. He looks behind him, it's quite a distance back to both the Forza Racing Team drivers. Valtonen lacks nothing in a straight line. The Charles Leclerc chassis handling beautifully. Valtonen ragged, but he's doing the job, he's quick. He's only 0.2 of a second behind. An incident on the start-finish straight has eliminated one of the Xpree drivers. I'll tell you who that is in just a moment. As Valtonen tries to close in on the back of Oliver Gray, but I've got a feeling Gray will just pull away. It was Alex Iancu from Bucharest, Romania, in the 251 Xpree who has just retired. The kart has been removed as the leaders come past right now. Antonelli's catching. There's Coluccio. He's dropped off his countryman. Coluccio falling into the clutches of the Forza Racing duo down the back straight. It's where Valtonen close in as well under brakes. So look at Antonelli in third place. Second and third, they're both driving IAME-powered Kart Republics, but it's the TM-powered Lennox Racing Leclerc that leads the way here today. Coluccio in the Cosmic, powered by the Vortex, and the TM-powered Xpree of Rafa Camara. Vantov, Morgato, Barnard, Trulli's into 9th. There's TTB the reigning world champion in the junior category for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, Thomas ten Brinke in 10th place. They end the 7th lap now, 10 remaining. The OK final, the WSK Euro Series. Valtonen's challenge for the lead, forget that. He has to defend from Antonelli, who's hooked up this afternoon. Kart Republic versus Kart Republic. Valtonen, will he defend? Oh, Antonelli thought about it. Skidded under brakes. He's got a tighter line. His kart is faster, you can see it. He's all over the back of the fin. Watch into turn 6. Still does not go by. He needs to do it quickly. Oliver Gray is walking away here today in the first round of the WSK Euro Series at Sarno. Here's an opportunity coming up into the WSK hairpin. Valtonen's though quick in a straight line. Antonelli closed up with the benefit of the slipstream. Valtonen for Team Puntanol certainly has got the horsepower. The gap was 0.8 of a second between Gray and Valtonen. Puts another 10th between himself and the Finn, who has a long, hard look behind just to see exactly who's there. He can see the 201 similar machine of Andrea. And he would have got a glimpse of Coluccio fading back into the distance, into the clutches of Kamara and Vanthoff. Valtonen, third at PFI in England in the 2017 World Championships. That race that was famously won by Denny Curl. In the Zanardi kart, as Antonelli now has a look behind him and loses something. Slight distraction there. You saw him lock up under brakes, and he's lost about 2 to 3 kart lengths. As he had a look back to Coluccio, he did not need to do that. Valtonen has breathing space in 2nd place. Oliver Gray across the line, here he comes. A 56.7 dead. He's 1 second down the road. The rest of the field pour through. There's Ten Brinke, Jamie Day, Trulli, Travisanuto, Lystra, Marti, Pingasov, Resico, Patrese in 17th from the back of the grid ahead of Hugo Sass. And starting on the 3rd row of the grid, Clayton Ravenscroft has had a disaster. He's down in 19th place. Robert de Haan, the Dutchman, after figuring so well all week, has joined the list of retirements that include Janko, Jonas Tivico, Wharton and Paparo. That's really disappointing for Robert de Haan, who was so quick in the energy kart. But he has retired, leaving us 29 runners on the circuit. It's the Birolart manufactured Charles Leclerc chassis. Charles actually testing with the team as soon as the shutdown was lifted at South Garda Karting in preparation for his return to the Ferrari team. With the Formula One season restarting, actually officially it did start, didn't it, at Austria last weekend. Charles testing his own chassis around about a month ago with the Lennox Racing team. There's Jamie going through, there's Enzo, Travisanuto, Lystra, Marti, Pingasov, Resico, Patrese, Haas, Sass I should say, and Clayton Ravenscroft. We just saw a moment ago Taylor Barnard with a 56.620. So just by 0.06 of a second has lapped even faster than Gray, but Taylor is down in 7th place. He's behind Vanthoff, ahead of Morgato. 6 laps now remaining for Oliver Gray. The gap 1.1 seconds. Coluccio has had a moment and has fallen down to 8th place. His challenge is effectively over. And Rafa Kamara has retired. Kamara is out. So that explains it. Off screen, Kamara and Coluccio have had a moment. Rafa Kamara is out. And the boys from Brazil, well then there was 2. Kamara is out. Gracia and Morgato still flying the flag for the South American nation. Morgato into 6th place. Barnard now up into 5. And there are still just over 5 laps remaining. And he's the fastest driver on the circuit, but he's 5 seconds off the leader. Ollie Gray fully deserves this, but he's still got to hold on.
for another 7.5 kilometres. 1 second remains the gap. There is Delano from Barnard. There's Coluccio coming through, fending off Jamie Day, and Enzo Trulli started 10th. And after everything, that's exactly where he runs. Lorenzo Resico in the background pulls into pit lane. The Italian retires from this one, along with Kamara, Yanku, Dahan, Chivico, Wharton, and Paparol. Less than 5 laps remaining. 1 second from Valtonen to Gray ahead, and 3/10 back to Antonelli. We were sure that Antonelli was going to launch an attack on the Finn, but it has not eventuated. Valtonen over the bumps. You see the car buck for grip on the bitumen here this afternoon. Tight alive from Antonelli with now 4 laps remaining. 1.2 seconds from Ollie Gray from England. The Londoner from the Finn, and the boy from the city that gave us the Lamborghini supercar. Antonelli from Bologna in 3rd place. Now he closes up on the back of Valtonen. Here's an opportunity. He's too far back. He just needs to send it. There's Kamada's abandoned Forza racing cart in the background. Reaches down, mixes, or reaches up the mixture on a warm day, gets plenty of fuel, particularly up into the top end of the 125cc Iami engine. It is just under 7 seconds from the exit of turn 1 until they break down in turn 2, which is where they're approaching now, onto the start-finish line. There goes Gray into turn 1. Now it's a 7-second sprint down the back straight at over 130 k's an hour. Antonelli gets the slipstream. Watch him into turn 2. Kart Republic versus Kart Republic. Still Kimi waits. 1.3 seconds. Ahead is the English driver. Antonelli is all over the back of the Finn. Here's an opportunity. Does not go. Valtonen defends for Team Pantano. Kart Republic in 2 and 3. They're unlikely to take the victory because Gray is pulling away here today. The boy from London, so much success in X30 in the past couple of seasons. Racing with Dan Holland Racing. He's here this afternoon in the CL chassis. And he's got a 1.3 second lead. Now with 2 laps to run here in the final of the WSK Euro Series here at Sarno. Antonelli on the back bumper of Valtonen. Down the back straight, Juhal looks behind. He's still right there, Juhal. Down the inside goes Kimi Antonelli. Finally makes the move. Just send it. Looks behind him, takes 2nd place and immediately pulls out near on 10 metres from the Finn. 2 laps remaining. Why didn't you do that earlier, Kimi? Super move. He waited, and then goes through. Taylor Barnard with a 55.6, fastest driver on the circuit. Kimi is pulling away. What would have happened if he'd made the move earlier on? It looks visually as if he's catching Gray, but the Englishman is about to get the last lap board. There goes Gray. Kimi Antonelli. Well, in fact, Gray responds with a 56.5. He has slaughtered the fastest lap here at Sarno on his way to victory. Started from pole position. Kimi Antonelli in 2nd place. The reigning WSK Euro Series Junior Champion will come home in P2. But Ollie from London has been perfect all week. He has been simply untouchable. Down the back straight into the WSK hairpin for the final time. What a performance all week. The driver from London in the Queen's England. 2 corners now remain for Ollie Gray. What a drive, what a win. The checkered flag waves. Oliver Gray wins the first round of the WSK Euro Series here at Sarno. Kimi Antonelli with a great drive, home in 2nd place. And the pole sitter, Valtonen, on the podium in 3rd place. Barnard 4th. Vantoff 5. Morgato 6 from Thomas Temprinke, Jamie Day 8th. Luigi Coluccio and Enzo Trulli home in 10th place. Oliver Gray wins by 1.4 seconds. A super deserving victory here this afternoon. Patrese and Travisanuto have come together on the very final lap of the race, just 200 meters from the checkered flag. They both retire. A forgettable weekend for the reigning WSK Euro Series champion Travisanuto. He is out along with Patrese. Oliver Gray, a fabulous, fabulous victory and so well deserved here today. So we will hear the national anthem of Great Britain ring out here in Italy. In just a moment, Antonelli in second place and Valtonen, of course not the pole sitter, that comes home in third after starting on the front row of the grid at least in grid 2 this afternoon. Gray wins by 1.4 seconds. There's the Union Jack in P1. Antonelli second in the Finn. Valtonen home in third. Barnard, Vantoff. Great drive all weekend. O menino do Brasil, Matias Morgato from the reigning junior world champ, Thomas Temprinke. Jamie Day, great drive from the Emirati from grid 21. Storms home to finish 8th. Head of the two Italians, Luigi Coluccio and Enzo Trulli. The podium presentation here at Sarno in just a moment. Ollie Gray, slightly nervous before the start. He didn't need to be. He drove perfectly. He drove faultlessly. And he wins the first round of the WSK Euro Series. We will hear the national anthem of Great Britain ring out here at Sarno in just a moment. Stay with us on WSK.it. You're watching us live. The first round of the WSK Euro Series, the OK podium, in just a moment.
presentation here this afternoon for the OK final, the WSK Euro Series. The drivers absolutely soaked in sweat, and they have entertained us superbly here this afternoon. Wait for the con cap to go on the head of the Finnish driver, who finishes in third place for Kart Republic from Finland, Juho Valtonen. Second place, the Italian for AKM, Kart Republic, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Just faultless, just perfect all weekend. He wins it for the Lennox Racing Team in the Charles Leclerc chassis from London in England. The winner of the first round of the WSK Euro Series, Oliver Gray. Third place, Juho Valtonen. Second, Andrea Antonelli. And the winner of the first round of the series here in Italy, it is Oliver Gray. The national anthem of Great Britain. Podium here this afternoon. Third place, Juho Valtonen. Second, Andrea Antonelli. And what a deserving winner from London in England, Oliver Gray. We are back after the recommencement at Adria last weekend, a break of 135 days. Now we're here at Sarno, the first round of the WSK Euro Series. From here, we take a break. We'll see you in September at South Garda Karting, Lonato, for another doubleheader, the South Garda Karting WSK Euro Series from the 14th to the 20th of September. But from everyone, WSK promotion here at Sarno. That's all for now. We'll see you at Lonato in September. Ciao.